Hi, I'm Mrs. Gibson and I'm Secondary Coordinator at CBCC, and I also teach home ec and hospitality. Cooking's one of my very favourite things to do and it gives me so much joy. Do you like preparing food? Baking biscuits, making a family meal, maybe even arranging a platter? I love thinking about and planning what I'm going to make and then creating what I've pictured. Seeing other people enjoy what I've made is also a really fulfilling feeling. I have lots of things in my house which either I've made, my kids have made, or we've created as a family. I'd like to show you some of them. When I've made one of these things like the quilt or the birthday banner, it's given me a lot of joy. I've loved thinking about how it will look and be used, and then found that when I'm creating it, the time flies. I think God's a bit the same as us, and I think He likes making things too, don't you? I reckon we get our ability to make things from Him, our Father, because we're made in His image to be like Him. This is the pond which I walk to from my house as many mornings or afternoons as I can. It's still and quiet and calm. When I go here, there's always something new to learn about God. The last thing my pond walk reminded me is that God created this beautiful place. In fact, He created the world and everything in it. God is a creator. The very first verse of the Bible says, "In the beginning, God created," in Genesis 1, verse 1. I'd like to read to you how the story of God's creating unfolded from my favourite Bible of all, the Children's Storybook Bible written by Sally Lloyd-Jones. In the beginning, there was nothing. Nothing to hear, nothing to feel, nothing to see. Only emptiness and darkness and nothing but nothing. But God was there, and God had a wonderful plan. "I'll take this emptiness," God said, "and I'll fill it up. Out of the darkness, I'm going to make light, and out of the nothing, I'm going to make everything." Like a mother bird flutters her wings over her eggs to help her babies hatch, God hovered over the deep, silent darkness. He was making life happen. God spoke, that's all, and whatever He said, it happened. God said, "Hello, light," and light shone into the darkness. God called the light day and the darkness night. "You're good," God said, and they were. Then God said, "Hello, sea, hello, sky," and a great space opened up, wide and deep and high. "You're good," God said, and they were. Then God said, "Hello, land," and there, splashing up through the oceans, came cliffs, mountains, sandy beaches. "You're good," God said, and they were. "Hello, trees," God said, "hello, grass and flowers," and everything everywhere burst into life. He made buds bud, shoots shoot, flowers flower. "You're good," God said, and they were. "Hello, stars," God said, "hello, sun, hello, moon," and whizzing into the darkness came fiery globes, spinning around and around, whirling orange and purple and golden planets. "You're good," God said, and they were. "Hello, birds," God said, and with a fluttering and flapping and chirping and singing, birds filled the sky. "Hello, fish," God said, and with a darting and dashing and wriggling and splashing, fish filled the seas. "You're good," God said, and they were. Then God said, "Hello, animals," and everyone came out to play. The earth was filled with noisy noises, growling and gobbling and snapping and snorting and happy scuffling. "You're good," God said, and they were. God saw all that He'd made, and He loved them, and they were lovely because He loved them. Can you hear the joy in this story? Every time God thought up a new part of His creation and then made it, He looked at what He was doing and saw that it was good. I can just imagine God picking up a giraffe and peering at its long legs and having a giggle and thinking, "People are going to love this." Then filling the basin of the ocean depths and hiding incredibly strange creatures of the deep like treasure, and thinking, "They will have such a surprise when they find these." Hanging the moon and the stars in the sky and knowing that we'd be delighted and filled with awe and wonder when we walk outside on a crisp, clear winter's night and see the expanse and get some idea of how big and amazing God is. After God created the earth and everything in it, the very cool thing is that He made people. And when He looked at Adam and Eve, He said they were very, very good. God experienced the most joy when He made people, just like us. As we finish devotions today, I've got 2 challenges for you. The first is to take a moment this morning to go outside and to thank God for his creation. Let him know what it is about what he has made that brings you joy. The second is to create something today, or to start getting the ideas for a design together. There's something that brings deep joy as you engage in the creative process, designing, making, reflecting on and celebrating what you've made. You can make a cake, an origami design, or maybe even a movie. Enjoy the process of creating just as God did. Consider designing and making something for someone else. And if you do, be sure to let Mrs. Corrie know as part of the Love Pandemic. Thanks for listening.